The Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll take it to the top of the hour. Because we want to make sure you get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday here on the Drive-Thru, is we deliver live free sports picks for the primetime games and deliver those winners. Well, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for today. We got a full book here. We got James Clark to join us. Rod Zawacki's in. Tony Brown from Las Vegas. Chris Ruffolo will serve as co-host. Shane Mickle with us, doing great work up there. Ninos, Alex Smart. Kevin Thomas will also join us a little later on in the show, so we'll have a full book for today. All right, Chris, ready to get this one rolling?
Absolutely, it's nice to have something to choose from tonight. So I'm ready to get started and put some winners on the board.
Absolutely, we'll put some winners on the board. All right, let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's welcome James Clark. We're going to go in and welcome James Clark to the show. James, how's it going?
Pretty good, fellas. How are y'all?
Doing great. All right, we got you for the NBA game tonight, 10 Eastern time. As the Utah Jazz are going to be playing host to the LA Clippers to open up this series. Jazz down to a 3-point favorite here. Total sits 220.5.
Yeah, guys, if you look at this game, if you look at last series, the Clippers and Dallas game, I think the last game went over. And that's what I'm looking at here. You got a 220, over 220 or under 220 points on this. I like the over. The Clippers are going up against another explosive offensive team, and the Clippers are going to have to score. We've seen last series, their defense can't shut these teams down. I mean, they shut one or two games, but that's about it. Dallas done whatever they wanted to. And this Jazz team's a lot more powerful in offense, and I look for an over in this game. And by the way, it's actually one of my premium picks too.
All right. Of course, we got James Clark here. Looking here in this one, his play is going to be on the Clippers Jazz over total of 220.5. All right, Chris, looking at this one, I kind of agree here with him. As a totally different opponent here, Utah, than here with Dallas. We had to worry about Doncic. You got a complete team here with Utah, and I think Clippers are a little bit of slow learners figuring out how to defend Dallas. This is a tougher defensive challenge here for the Clippers here, as Utah can score for many weapons out there on the court. A complete team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's going to be more than one option, and I mean, I know we talk about how well Donovan Mitchell's played since his return. But now you have to still worry about sharpshooters. You got Joe Ingles on there. You've still got Rudy Gobert down low. This is just a complete team, Tony, like you said. And I think the Jazz are going to have a bit of a learning curve as well, having to play a slower paced Clippers team. But I still see opportunity. There's not enough points. I think we can get in this one. I see this finishing well around 240.
All right, agreement there on the over. Of course, Clippers are a really good three-point shooting team, but those Jazz, they can really pass the ball. So big defensive challenge here for the Clippers, trying to get ready for the Jazz one day of rest after their Game 7 victory. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dog, where you're doing fantastic work. See at top of the leaderboards in the NBA, 2,647 units of profit, document number one. I know you got that NBA playoff pass, which is fantastic. What do you have going on over at the site?
Guys, I got a 5-pack going on. I got 4 NBA plays and 1 MLB I really love. Guys, I still been red hot on the NBA, guys. As you see, is over 26. The playoff pass is the way to go, guys. Or, get the 5-pack today and upgrade to 3, 7, and 30. The last few days I've been going 4-1, 4-2, 3-1. My baseball, I've been focusing more on it because it's getting closer. You're going to get 1 or 2 NBA games a day. And been doing awesome on it, starting to come up on the leaderboard on it. So, guys, just jump on me or team me up with Chris, Tony, Mitch, my buddy Trey Jordan, any of these guys, and we'll put money in your pockets, fellas.
That's where I get money in your pockets here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here, 2,647 units of profit. That is all document number one over at Pick Dogs for this season. Get on board with James Clark's NBA end of the season pass. Every NBA pick that James releases for yours for about $225. It's a great value right now. If you want to try them on a one-day pass, we'll include some baseball in there, you can. That's 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. You can get every play that James releases over at Pick Dogs. For that time period you choose, when you go over to the Pick Dogs and make the purchase. Of course, the 2-for-1 capper promotion, select any other capper and get actually a reduced rate. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you very soon.
All right. I also wanted to say one thing. I see a few of the guys getting like the whole monthly pass, and they've been messing with you about the NBA. If you stroll down just a little bit farther on my pass, you'll see where the NBA packet's at $225. That'll save you $75. I was just throwing that out there because some of them said they can't find it, so they're just getting a monthly pass. But thank y'all guys for all y'all support, and just stroll a little bit farther, and it's right there.
All right, you got that from James Cock here on the drive-thru. All right, James, have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you soon, my man.
All right, thank you guys, and appreciate you having me on the show, Tony.
Anytime. James Cock here on the drive-thru, doing great work here on the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now it's time to talk with Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he's been doing fantastic work. You've been seeing the top of leaderboards of late here. We're going to go ahead and welcome Alex in right now. We've got some baseball to talk about. Good board of baseball today. 15 games on the schedule. A couple of NBA, some hockey as well. Let's bring him in. Alex, how's it going?
Yeah, we got some Mariners-Tigers Major League Baseball action tonight. Doing good, by the way. And hopefully everybody does really well after we knock off a winner here. I like the Tigers, and I like the Tigers, and I like Matthew Boyd here in this situation. I know Boyd started out really fast, but this is a quality pitcher. He had a 1.94 ERA over his first 7 starts, and he's really slowed it down a bit here of late. But the Tigers, you have to remember how the Tigers started. I mean, it's sort of like a funny coordination here. Tigers really were a mess at the beginning of the season, and now they're a value play. If you look at them, this is not that bad of a team. I know I'm going to get an argument about that from some people, but this is not that bad of a team. And Matthew Boyd will turn it around. This is a quality hurler, and he's done some of his best work at home this year. And I really look for him to tame the Mariners, and I look for the Mariners, who are slumping right now and having a hard time getting on base, ending up on the wrong side of the score here. And we're going to go Tigers all the way.
All right, Alex is going to go ahead and key here on the Tigers, minus 125. Against the Seattle Mariners. Of course, this one begins 7 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Chris, what say you here on this Tiger team? Yeah, we've noticed the improvement from this Detroit team. Had a really good series here against the Yankees. They played head-to-head, split a series with the White Sox. That's no shame. They're facing the likes of Giolito, Cease, Lynn, Keuchel, and coming out with a split.
Yeah, they've been playing fantastic baseball. Like you said, the series win over the Yankees and the split with the White Sox. And people forget this Tigers team swept the Mariners early. And they've been, the better team as of late as well. And, the Mariners are having a bunch of problems. Can't produce runs. They just sent their top prospect, Kalenic. He hasn't picked up a hit since like May 25th or something like that. So this Seattle team's going through a bunch of issues right now. And I think Matthew Boyd can take advantage of that. Like Alex said, he does his best work at home. He's probably one of the I like the Tigers here as well.
Yeah, I can't argue that as well, especially a Mariners team that's really struggling hitting left-handed starters here. 204 average against lefties. And, of course, this is what angle I really like, Alex, is that step down in class angle. After you've battled the tough pitching staff of the White Sox hitters, you step down in class here against the Mariners.
Good point. Yeah, absolutely agree.
All right, Alex Smart here on the Tigers, minus 125 against the Seattle Mariners. This one has a first pitch, 7 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs from tonight. Well, we got a lot of action from the 2 games from the NBA, full board of baseball, and we got a couple from hockey. Past 3 days, 569 units of profit. That's all documented over the site. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got NBA totals on both games tonight, both playoff games, and I've got a Major League Baseball package on board right now, a triple play. All strong plays, all very viable investment options. Join me, guys. We'll continue to rack up some money and increase our bankrolls.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. When you see the numbers here, 569 units of profit. He's got those two big plays from the NBA. You want to get on board with those one-day passes and take the winnings from those and make the upgrade to the long-term 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. You get every play that Alex releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. For that time period you choose when you make the purchase over there, over on his profile page at Pick Dogs, and of course add a second capper for even greater savings for the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Okay, gentlemen, take care. Have a good couple days. Bye.
All right, Outsmart here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Before we get continue on, guys, just a reminder: be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. If course, it all gets started in the morning here with the morning show. We got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and of course, we've got the YouTube Premium member shows. And if you want to find out more information about those, just scroll down and click the link, and that'll get you that information. Of course, as we said, we drive-thrus here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, with live free sports picks for the primetime games. And of course, we're always looking for your help out there in the audience. Give us that thumbs up, those likes. We greatly appreciate it, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. We do. I always say, I don't think we can really quantify how much those likes truly help us out. It lets us know that you guys like what we're doing, and it gives us an idea of what we can improve on. And it also, like Tony said, it helps us get the product out to people who haven't seen it before. And even if they have, well, it helps us get the product out to more eyes. So, that's never a bad thing. But we couldn't do it without your support. We really appreciate it. We're going to just keep growing the Pick Dogs family, so keep them coming in.
All right, no doubt about that. We'll continue on here on the drive. We're going to make a little schedule change in show. We're going to go to Tony Brown, and following Tony Brown, we'll go to Rod Zawacki because he's got a play coming up in the bottom of the hour from the NHL. So we'll go Brown, and then we'll go Zawacki. So let's go to Las Vegas, Nevada right now. I welcome Tony Brown to the drive-thru. Tony, how's it going?
Doing good. I won't be too long-winded so you can get to Rod.
All right, no doubt about that. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Tony Brown. Baseball tonight, Rangers to host the Giants on 8 Eastern time, MLB Extra News Channel. Giants, road favorites, $1.38, total 8.5.
Yep, I'll keep it simple. The Rangers are struggling. They got one win in the last 12 games, and they've been bad losses. They've lost on the run line 7 or 8 times in that span. The Giants, they have 37 wins on the season. Besides the Tampa Bay Rays, that's the most in the league. Even more impressive, they have 23 wins away from home. That's number 1 in the National League and number 3 overall in baseball. You put it all together, I like those trends to continue, and I take the Giants on the road, on the money line for my free play today.
All right, free play today from Tony Brown here, likes the Giants. And, of course, laying $1.38 here against the Texas Rangers. Hard to argue that, although Alex Wood a little roughed up a little bit. That came against the Angels here and the Dodgers lineups. Now it's a step down in class again to face that Rangers light-hitting team.
Yep, you called it right.
I mean, I won't.
Those were great teams. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I just said, agreeing with Tony, he called it right on the head. Those were great teams. They're stepping down in class. I think Wood pitched it up against a light-hitting Rangers team.
Yep. And your thoughts there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm a little bit skittish to back Alex Wood after being roughed up lately, but I got to agree with Tony here. The Giants are just the better team, and while Jordan Lyles has improved over this last few starts, he's still not a pitcher I'm looking to back long-term, and the Giants are simply the better team here. And again, Tony, we're going with the step down in class angle. I like the Giants here at the reasonable price.
All right, agreement here on the Giants, $1.38 against the Rangers. First pitch here, 8 Eastern time, MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Hey, we got a couple NBA games up there. We got some hockey and a big board of baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, we got a few plays, man. I do my triple play in the MLB because we have a full board, so I got my 3 best games on the board there. Then I got 1 play each in the NBA and the NHL playoffs. The top plays on the board from both of the playoffs, all 10-star rated. You can get individual plays or you can get them all with one package.
All right, guys, get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his big one-day pass going on tonight. Make that purchase. If you like to get those winnings, upgrade it to long-term pass, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass from Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, he's got the 1-year VIP, the best value right up there on the profile page from Tony Brown. You'll get every play that Tony releases over at the site for 1 year with his VIP pass. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. I know you've been tuned into that Vegas hockey playoff game tonight. There must be a lot of excitement in Vegas tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's going down. We've got the 2 at home, and I think we carry the momentum on the road, and we take this team 3-2 and make it a real interesting series.
All right, Tony Brown, I squeezed another one out of him. All right, Tony, have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you in a couple days. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. And now we're going to make a schedule change and go to Rod Zawacki. We'll get you the second NHL game, the early game here at 6:30 Eastern time. So let's go ahead and go to Rod Zawacki right now. You'll find him, of course, every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show with Brian Bittler and Mitch. I should say Mitch and Brian Bittler there, by the way. I don't want to get Mitch upset at me putting Brian ahead of him. Let's go ahead and welcome in Rod Zawacki right now. Rod, how's it going?
Going good. Going good, Tony.
All right. Awesome. All right, NBC Sports Network, 6:30 Eastern Time, bottom of the hour. Hurricanes that host the Lightning here. Lightning road favorites, $1.17, total 5.5.
You bet, and I have no doubt this series is over. If you look, Tampa Bay won Game 1 and Game 2, both in Carolina, 2-1, 2-1. And you look, Tampa's 4-1 their last 5 on the road. The Canes, they're 2-9 their last 9 as a playoff dog. They had a nice solid season, but Tampa Bay gets the win and eliminates the Carolina Hurricanes. Take Tampa Bay on the money line, gets the job done, and shows you why they are the champs.
All right, Rod here on Tampa Bay Lightning, $1.17 against Carolina Hurricanes. All right, Chris, what say you? It's just the looking at Tampa Bay Lightning over the past 5 games, allowing less than 2 goals a game.
Yeah, exactly why I'm looking at the under for Game 5. I just think that, you know what, you're going to see probably the best effort that Carolina can give defensively. Whether or not that's enough, I'm not sure, but I think Tampa's going to keep their end of the bargain up as well on the defensive end. And I think Andre Vasilevsky's the Vezina winner. I think he's the best goalie in the league, and I think we're going to see another reason why tonight. So I'm looking at the under here.
All right, Chris looking under, and of course Rod Sawacki with Tampa Bay Lightning -117 against Carolina Hurricanes. This one starts bottom of the hour on NBC Sports Network, their doubleheader for tonight. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Well, we got a couple from the NHL, some NBA, a big board from baseball. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, for me, it's the return of Tackle the Books Tuesday. I've got an NBA triple, I got an MLB triple, and one 10-star NHL play. You can get them all together in one pack over at Pig Dogs Premium. $35 gets you all 7 plays. Absolutely love this play. We're going to tackle the books and take their money. That's what we're going to do.
All right, tackle the books, get their money here from Rod Zawacki here. Get his plays up tonight, triples in MLB, NBA. Get those one-day passes up there from Rod Zawacki. The long-term pass is a great value as well. 3, 7, and 38 all sports pass. Every play Rod releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. For that time period you select when you go over to the profile page and you make that purchase. All right, Rod, I know you're part of the morning crew with Mitch. Of course, Brian Bittler as well, Romanelli on weekends. But, of course, that great value up there is that YouTube Premium membership.
You bet. Just follow the link below. It'll tell you that it'll get you right to the YouTube Premium. You can get the $50 level. You'll get 2 picks every day from me, Brian, and Mitch. And we also throw in a consensus during the week. You get 2 picks from the consensus board as well. And on the weekends, we replace the consensus with Ron Romanelli picks for the $50 level. But the even better value is Jump Aboard, the $100 VIP YouTube Premium, where you get all the plays from the $50 level. And you get the bonus, you get the VIP live show in the afternoon, or sometimes early in the morning, where you get everything all real early. Depends on how many games are going. Like on a Sunday when there's not too many evening games to give you late info on, we would decide we would do it in the morning. But that's a great value. $100 gets you all those. It gets you 8 plays a day from all of us. Plus, we go over just about every game that's on the board, just about. And we sometimes do not agree, and you get into some heated arguments, and you can't miss out on that value. Jump Aboard, follow the link below, $100, less than 20 cents a pick. Great value to you guys. Jump Aboard.
Jump aboard, guys. YouTube premium membership there. Follow the link below. Get on board. Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and Mitch as well. Consensus there for you there. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. We'll tune in tomorrow at 10:30, but we got you back on the drive-thru for Steak Friday.
You bet. Thanks for having me. You guys have yourself a great rest of your week, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
All right, Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Join him here by Chris. Now it's time to go ahead and welcome Kevin Thomas to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, making a special Tuesday appearance where we have a fuller board. So let's go ahead and see if we got him wired in right now. Kevin, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing awesome, doing awesome. All right, here we go. Baseball for tonight. MLB Extra Innings Channel has the Reds hosting the Brewers at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Reds, $1.36, total 8.5.
Yeah, and I saw earlier Al Ninos was on the opposite side of this, and I can understand why. I mean, both these teams are red hot, and if you look at the Reds, their bullpen's garbage. They were up 7-0, gave up 6 runs in this 6 against St. Louis to squeak out that win. I hope that if he does, we might be in trouble. But if he doesn't, I like Sonny Gray here. 1-4 But since week 2, he earned runs since then. The guy's been 3 or less. So on him, you NL batter in Nick Castellanos, and then you got Jesse Winker right after him. Those guys, they still are a little bit banged up with Votto. This team can hang with anybody. They're at home. They're playing the Brewers, who are red hot, but then you got Adrian Hauser on the other side of the mound. Now, his numbers aren't gaudy. He's doing a great job. They got an excellent bullpen compared to the Reds, but he's 0-3 against the Reds. And I'm going to stick with that trend that he's going to be an 0-4 after today. So take the Reds.
All right, we got Kevin Thomas here is going to go ahead and take the Reds. I'm sorry, that's not the right play there. We've got him here on the Reds in this one. Of course, Chris, looking at this one, you look at the lineups here. The Reds are just a different offense when they're at home.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hitter's ballpark that the Reds are used to playing in, and that's partially the reason I think why Hauser struggled against the Reds in his career. I was looking at the Brewers as well for value, but the problem is that the Brewers haven't been hitting. Yes, they've been winning games, but we can't consistently trust the offense to produce. And while the Reds have had issues for the better part of the season, they're used to playing at home. They're used to playing in this ballpark, and I think this is where the offense wakes up. So I like the Reds as well.
No doubt about that, especially when you look at the Brewers, only .205 batting average against right-handed starting pitchers, Kevin. So I think that'll be. I've got Kevin Thomas here with us here. So issue there here with the Brewers bats, I think is the case here, and I agree with them 100%. All right, Kevin, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we got a big card of baseball. We have a couple of NBA and hockey playoffs. What do you have going on over at the site? Oh, we might have lost Kevin's sound here. I think we lost Kevin, or he might have probably lost our sound. So we'll go ahead and continue on, guys. Check out Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, and get on board with the ones with long-term passes, the 3, 7, and 30-day pass. We get you every play that Kevin releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. When you set the terms, when you make the purchase over at the profile page, I'm sure he's got some action up there for you tonight. Kevin, I'm sorry, I don't think we lost your sound somehow, or we lost communications. But anyway, we'll talk with you next week. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And as we continue here on the, well, wait a minute. I'm seeing some lips move. Let's see.
Good job. It's the run support, but it's more the bullpen. Yeah, that's the issue there with the bullpen. Can you still hear us? Or there may be some lag on your end. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kevin? I think we're experiencing some lag, so we'll continue on with the show. But you got the play there from Kevin there, and of course, check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to go ahead and welcome Shane Mickle to the show. We're going to cover the NBA, both games from the NBA. We got you the game from the Clippers with James Clark. And by the way, if you miss any of the picks on the show, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. So let's go ahead and wire in Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. Remember, he's doing some fantastic work. You see him top of the leaderboards up there. So let's bring in Shane right now. Shane, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, doing great. All right, here we go. 76ers and the Hawks, 7:30 Eastern time on TNT. Sixers favored 6.5, total 224.
Yeah, that's a game. I mean, with it being the NBA playoffs, I keyed in on early. This is a game I really like. I did a premium pick on the total, but this really could have been a premium pick too. On the first game, the Hawks, Trae Young, it's pretty clear the 76ers have no way to stop him. And honestly, the 76ers gave the Hawks, it might be the Hawks, their best shot in the first game. Joel Embiid put up 39, and they still couldn't win. I mean, if you're having Embiid who's playing on, one good knee and a compromised knee and putting up 39 points and you can't win, that's some big issues for the rest of the series. I'm not going to get too risky here. I'm just going to take the points. But if you're looking at them, if you're looking at taking the Hawks on the money line, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, throwing a few dollars on that. But I'll play it safe and take the Hawks plus 6.5 here against the 76ers.
All right, Chris. Shane's here on the Hawks plus 6.5 against the 76ers. Hawks have been road warriors thus far in the playoffs. They've won 5 of 6 games so far, almost 5-unit return for their backers. And, not a whole lot talking about the Hawks here, but they're defending very well here in the playoffs, allowing just 42% shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, stopping – the Sixers stopping the Hawks is going to be key tonight. They can't let them get on a run like they went on in Game 1. And for the Hawks, they've just got to try to maintain some of that offensive success. I was looking at the Hawks in both the first quarter and first half with the points. I just think this is going to be a tight game throughout. I just don't think that he's going to want to let the Hawks get out of reach again. I think they're just going to keep them with arm's reach and try to deliver the blow late. So I was looking at Hawks with the points for the first half and first quarter.
All right, looking at it with Chris Ruffolo there. And I agree with you there with the Hawks here in this one, plus 6.5. Joel Embiid here, first game. He put a full game in, so this will be his first recovery here after playing on that knee to see how he'll respond. I think that's something you got to keep an eye on as the series goes deeper. I think we talked about this yesterday because Chris was on a series pick with the Atlanta Hawks in this one. So I'll give it back to Shane there, thinking about the Hawks here winning the series.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I think it's a little too late to get the value there. That would have been a nice one to get when they were 0-0 instead of up 1-0. But if they do lose tonight, it might be a good time to hop back on that. Especially if the 76ers do look okay. There might be people that start giving hope to the 76ers again. But the Hawks' their next two games are at home. It might not be a bad time to look.
No, you meant at all. Okay, Shane here on the Hawks plus 6.5 against the 76ers with a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. TNT will televise this one. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Well, tonight we got the big board of Major League Baseball, a couple of playoff games from both hockey and the NBA. But we're looking at your numbers here. Past 30 days, 2,476 units of profit. That is all documented. So if you go over to Pick Dogs Premium, you look up Shane Mickle over there on his profile page, you can see every play that he's released. That's all documented. So we've got a full board of baseball, some NBA and hockey. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, and a big reason for that 2,400 documented units is the NBA. Over the last 32 picks, I've won 24 NBA picks. Tonight I got my three best NBA plays, $29.95 on the site. Or I've got a 5-pack, the same three NBA plays, throw in two MLB plays, $34.95. I also had a few NHL plays I like. They're not in the package, but if you hop on long term, those will also be included in any long term package.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs. Remember, those long-term passes are best value. You see the numbers here, 2,476 units of profit past 30 days. He's been on fire in the NBA. Of course, doing great. We'll get great work for you in baseball. Get on board the long-term pass, 3, 7, 30 L Sports Pass. You get every play that Shane releases over at Pig Dogs Premium for that time period you select. When you go over to the profile page and make the purchase, let's say you want to do 2-for-1 capper promotion, you can add a second capper there at a reduced rate. Maybe like Big Al, who's #1 for the year. James Clark, who's doing great in the NBA. Pick any capper up there over at Pig Dogs Premium for that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Your best value there over at Pig Dogs. All right, Shane, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Sounds good. See you guys Thursday.
All right, see you Thursday. Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on. Looks like I skipped to somebody, and I haven't done that for a while here. And it was our buddy Al Ninos, and he made sure I knew about it. I got a nice little testy, just joking. Got a little reminder of him that I skipped him over. So we'll go ahead and bring in Al Ninos. Al, how's it going? Now, of course, why I stepped you over, because you got no sound. Maybe you're on mute? No wonder. No wonder. Yep. Sign off, sign in again, kid. We know this. Are you there? Nope. No movement. All right. So we're
didn't get a text back from you saying I was on mute. But anyways, hope you can hear me now.
All right. Great to have you on here, Al. All right. Let's take a look at the game for tonight. Late night, MLB Network's going to televise this one. Padres will host the Cubs at 10 Eastern time. Padres, big favorites, $1.81 until late and a half.
Yeah, this was my lone premium play in the MLB yesterday. I liked the Padres and I like them again. Here we got an even better pitching matchup with Ninos and Lamet going up against Zach Davies here after they beat them 9-4 yesterday. These are two pretty good lineups, but again, I like this pitching matchup. And again, Davis is not the worst pitcher in the world. He's had some decent seasons, but he's not looking good at all this year. He doesn't throw the ball too hard, and he's going up against a good lineup that's probably going to hit him pretty hard. So, yeah, I'm looking at the Padres here. It is a little juicier than yesterday. I bet this one right away with most of my premium picks last night, but I couldn't quite get to it whether I wanted to go money line or run line. So I do suggest going both ways here and splitting your bet, money line and run line. Going run line for the play here because I didn't want to tell anyone to lay minus 181. So, but again, I would cover that run line bet with a bet on the money line.
All right, Ninos here on the for the show here. Padres run line -1.5 runs, +110 against the Chicago Cubs. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? Of course, if you're a home road splits guy, you can see here Davies in his 6 road games and ERA near 7.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to touch on. 6.75 road ERA. The only concern I have with the Padres is that you got to make sure that you get 5 solid innings out of Lamet, because that's usually how far he only goes in these games. And at that point, maybe the first 5 is worth a look as well if that's the market you want to look at. But I can still see that the Padres winning this one by at least a couple, the way that Davies has pitched on the road this season.
Yeah, that's one thing to look at. Of course, with Lamet, you need more innings because the Padres bullpen pretty good at the back end. And of course, you get those early starters. That's always going to be your weakest point in the bullpen. When you got to bring them in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, that's when you got to hold your breath there, Al. So you're open for what are you expecting from Lamet here?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the concerns yesterday, too. It's not like Weathers goes too deep into his games either. But, they looked good, and they managed to get off to a decent start and hang on and keep building that lead throughout the game. So I expect more of the same today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, we always tout this Cubs hitting team against left-handed starters, but against right-handed starters, hitting only .219 and a losing record on the season. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we got a lot of baseball coverage up there. We got some NBA and hockey. We see here over the past 3 days doing fantastic work. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
As usual, a bit of everything. A lot of plays on the MLB today. I do feel like I left some plays on the board, but nevertheless, I do have my 3 favorite MLB picks, my best NBA and my best NHL picks, all in a 5-pack, or I have them separately if you're just into one sport. Or as we always mention, the best deal is always on the long-term passes, so grab one of those, or, pair me up with another capper you like, and get some more picks that way.
All right, guys, get on board here with Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here doing fantastic work over the past 3 days, all documented over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with his one-day pass tonight. Lots of action from Major League Baseball. Of course, if you want to do that, go for it. And, of course, take those winnings and make the long-term agreement here for the 3, 7, and 30 Al Sports Pass. Every play that Al releases over at Pig Dogs Premium for the time period you choose. When you go over to his profile page and you make the purchase, add a second capper for the 2-for-1 promotion, and it's even better value there. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Always ready, Tony. Always looking forward to it. It's always a pleasure being here. See you soon, hope.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue our coverage, guys. Keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate it. And if you missed any of the picks, don't worry. We got a couple of picks left to go. We'll go ahead and do a complete recap of the plays at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it looks like, yes, it is. Chris Ruffolo, it's your turn. Now, for your play, let's go ahead and put up the game information as we got the Red Sox hosting the Astros, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Astros, $1.21 favorite. Total here sits at 10.
Yeah, and tell you that voice inflection, you know exactly where I'm going with this. I don't know how we get to 10 with 2 pitchers that just threw 7 innings against each other in their last start just a few days ago. And, you got Martin Perez over his last 4 starts. He's 4-0 with a 1.82 ERA and just threw 7.2 innings against the Astros in his last time out. And then you got Framber Valdez, who also threw 7 innings against the Red Sox. Has an ERA of 1.64 this season. These teams are good offensively, but the starting pitching has been very good as well. And like I said, I just don't know how we get a number of 10 in this one. I think the under is going to come in with relative ease in this one.
All right, Chris says the under in this one. Only thing I'll notice here is just looking at the weather. 6 mile per hour wind out, and hot temperatures in Boston this week. So any concern there with the wind and also the heat now in Boston? It's been a hot week this week.
Yeah, it's the risk you take with humidity. It makes that air hard to breathe in. Excuse me, and it makes the ball fly, especially if the wind's going out. Like I said, I just think that these pitchers are too good. They're going to keep the ball low. They're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to keep it in play. And like I said, I could see if this number was at 8, maybe even closer to 9, but I don't see a total that's going to get us to double digits. I think this one's at best. I think it's a 5-4 game, and that's if the bullpens really fall apart late. So I'm looking at the under still.
Yeah, Framber has not given up a lot of runs. As a matter of fact, you go into last year, it's usually a lot of 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. So he does get more than 2 runs in many of his starts here the last, for at least if you look at the last 10 games, he's been pretty solid there. And of course, looking at Martin Perez, of course, as you talked about, last 2 starts, give up no runs in 7 2/3 against Houston, 2 against Miami in 5 innings of work there. So big total here, 10, and we'll see if it will see. And Chris is on the under 10 in this one. Boston and the Houston Astros with a start time here of 7 Eastern time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream. Well, tonight we got, lots of baseball. 15 baseball games up there. We got some hockey and NBA. What you have going on over at the site?
Well, on the heels of straight winning days, I'll tell you, if you had one of those 3-day passes, you got a nice chunk of change in your bankroll right now. But as far as tonight goes, I've got the MLB and NBA 3-packs tonight. Got Tomahawk Tuesday as well as my Tuesday triple play. Those are over for $29.95 at the website. I also got my NHL Black Card special, $25 for the winning side, but I believe that's gone off the board with the Lightning and Hurricanes game. So, guys, if for the same price as those 3 packages / plays tonight, you could have a 3-day pass. You get all plays for today and then a free 2 days as well. So there's some tons of value there as well. So 7-day or 30-day passes. Still got the NBA playoff pass up there as well as my MLB season pass or the 2-for-1 capper deal. Like I said, if you paired me up with someone else that's been hot over the last 3 days, that bankroll would have just been exponentially grown. You pair me up with Tony, Rod, James Clark, Al, anyone you see on the show or anyone you see at the website, you find somebody you like, pair me up with them. We're going to put money in your pocket, guaranteed. So go over and check it out at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Check out Pick Dogs Premium. That 2-for-1 capper promotion. Great value up there. Pick Chris and add another capper. You can go with Big Al, who's #1 for the year. James Clark, who's smoking in the NBA. Alex Marston doing great work. Pick a capper on the 2-for-1 promo. Great 2-for-1 package there. Great value there for you. You'll get both cappers, every play they release for that time period you select over at Pick Dogs Premium at a reduced rate. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, we're going to recap the plays after my pick. So let's put up my game information right now. I'm really looking at this Phillies and Braves game at 7 Eastern time, MLB Extra Innings channel. Phillies, $1.62. Total sits here at 9. And I'm going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to take the Braves here, plus 146. I know Drew Smiley is going to start. While you look at him, the left-hander's allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his past 5 starts. Aaron Nola will counter for the Phillies. Now, Nola's been roughed up a bit. You look at his past 5 starts, 16 earned runs in 26 2/3 innings. The team losing 4 of those 5 games. Nola past 3 starts against the Braves. Well, they've hit him. 11 earned runs, 5 homers, and 13 1/3 innings of work. The Braves have won 3 of 4 after taking the final 2 at home to the Dodgers, beating both Bauer and Kershaw. Hey, I'll take the dog here. Braves plus 146, Chris.
Yeah, Tony, I can't disagree with you. I'm leaning towards the Braves as well. It's just a matter of I just don't think that the Braves should deserve to be this much of an underdog. Yeah, they haven't been playing their best this season, but this is still a very, very good Atlanta team. You only just got to be concerned with Smiley giving us 3 homers a game and in the hitter-friendly confines of Citizens Bank Park. But that run you talked about for Aaron Nola, who sparked it, the Atlanta Braves, just I believe 5 starts ago. Like you said, 1 and 4 in his last 5 starts. I'm not paying that price for the Phillies. Give me the Braves as well.
All right, give me here on the Braves plus 146, and this one will begin here at bottom of the hour on MLB Extra Innings channel. Guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I've got a 3-pack. I've got an NBA, 2 NBA, and an MLB for you there over at Pick Dogs Premium with the 3-pack. And of course, I'm also part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Go long-term, 3, 7, 30 All Sports Pass. Match me up one of the cappers with Chris, Big Al, Little Al. We've got James Clark, who's just smoking the NBA right now. 2-for-1 capper promotion over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to do the show recap. Let's take a look at who of the plays for tonight. Al Ninos will fill in for James Clark in this segment today. We started off with James Clark. Clippers Jazz over 220.5. Alex was on the Tigers minus 125 against the Mariners. Tony Brown, Giants minus 138 against the Rangers. Kevin Thomas, Reds minus 136 against the Brewers. Al Ninos, Padres run line minus 1.5 runs, plus 110 against the Cubs. Razawaki Lightning minus 117 against Hurricanes. Shane Hawks plus 6.5 against the 76ers. Chris, Red Sox Astros under 10. Yours truly, Braves plus 146 against the Phillies. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, I don't know how I always get roped in with you, but I still like the Braves at the plus money against the Phillies. I just think we're getting a fantastic price on the Braves in that one.
All right, he looks at the Braves. All right, Al, other than yours, which one do you like the best?
There is a lot of value on the Braves, but I think we're getting a lot of value with the 6.5 with the Hawks, and don't rush to bet it either. It looks like it's headed up to 7 and maybe more, so wait till closer to tip off to bet that one.
All right, now Ninos here likes the Hawks. I'm going to jump in there too with them as well. Hawks plus 6.5 against the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Have 8 cappers booked. Think about the live free sports picks from the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started with the morning show. Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Biller, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, don't forget about the great value right now with those YouTube Premium memberships. Follow the link below and get on board. All right, let's bring in the crew for tonight's show. Wave you guys off a nice good night. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow at